there in the second half, but fought back. What kind of difference did you see once that switch kind of flipped for you guys?
Um, we we just try to play as hard as we can in the second half. We made a few mistakes. The first half. I think we had like nine turnovers the first half. We had a lot of turnovers, and defensively we wasn't playing good, and they was making shots. So we went to the locker room, and Coach Zen, he told us, we got to play. We do got to play. We got to bring pride to Marshall University. I mean, the gym sold out. We sold out today. We can't be playing like that. But we'll be all right. I know that.
What was it? Looks they were giving offensively, or spots you found yourself defensively in that created some of that mismatch?
It was more like we were just trying to get in the gaps because we know they was a one-on-one team, but their guys was hot the first half, so we had to adjust second half, and you know, when we adjusted second half, we started getting a few stop. I mean, obviously close to the end, I feel like I need to get better. There was three, I think 6 points that they got on me just because I was jumping all around, but I know we'll be all right.
Obviously, you've got 26 tonight. Cam Crawford comes back and has 23. Have you noticed a difference in how he's played?
Yeah. No, he's a really really talented kid. I mean, you guys can see it. He's a really talented kid. Coach Dan is just trying to help him, improve his game more, especially like his decision making. And like today, he helped us a lot. And obviously, he's gonna, after this performance, he's definitely gonna play more games.
You, first loss, obviously, in league play, but one of those you just put behind you and focus on the next one, realizing you guys are still 4-1 and right there with everybody else.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's just one loss. We got to go play ODU, which is definitely going to be a rivalry game, and JMU, which is 100%. They're probably top in the conference. So I mean, we just have to get back in the gym. Get our bodies right, get back in the gym. Get our minds right. Forget about this loss. I mean, he's a horrible loss. Forget about it. Watch film. Look at our mistakes. Correct those mistakes, and then after that, we'll be all right with JMU and ODU.
On Wednesday, you hit the 1,000 point mark.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you? And and obviously your role has grown significantly here for this team this year.
I mean, it meant a lot when I hit it. I mean, it didn't bother me at all. I didn't even know that I was close to 1,000 point till my dad called me. It was like, you're close to 1,000 point. I was like, oh really? And then when I hit it, like it was nothing to me because I wanted to win the game first. And we was talking to one of the alumni, uh, Milan. He was like, man, congratulations on your 1,000 points. I was like, man, that's nothing. He was like, man, you got to embrace this. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty grateful. You know what I mean? You know, yeah.
How valuable is watching film after a game like this where you kind of see how many kind of opportunities you left out there and to improve the next time when you're kind of faced with a situation like that?
Oh yeah, it's a lot. We made a lot of mistakes, defensively and offensively. I mean? Like we just got to see and correct some few stops, some few things. Especially like with our one-on-one play, I just think that like we need to get better. As a team, as a whole, from me to Nate to everybody. What I mean? I mean, it wasn't just only one person that they was scoring on. They were scoring on multiple people. So I think what the coach is probably going to do is they're probably going to get some kind of like workout or practice that we used to work on our one-on-one game because it's not only against this game against against this game. Multiple games there've been situations where he always came down to one-on-one. We just need to get that stop, learn how to contain people.
You guys have had 2 straight weeks of playing Wednesday to Saturday. Next week is Thursday to
Thursday.
Saturday. Does that extra day, does that help? Does that
Yeah.
get
Oh,
rhythm? Does that
definitely. He helps. He helps a lot. Especially me. I got to. I mean, I got to get my back's already hurting now. I got to go get treatment and get a little rest. He definitely helps. He helps a lot. I know. He kind of look like he it keeps you down, but I don't think it keeps you down. I think it helps a lot. Next week we have is it Thursday and Saturday? I guess we're gonna see how that goes. Which one helps?
Got embarrassed at James Madison, and I noticed in their warm-ups they had a little powwow where the 5 starters got together, and they're an older guys that a veteran crew that doesn't want to sit down on that. So they gave us their very best shot, 60%. Last game I think they were 4 of 20, same shots, but they made them here, and we just have to be ready for that. We got to match their intensity. Sometimes you get 4-0 and you don't have that same intensity when you're embarrassed and want to prove something. So we have to learn that when you're 4-0, champions do. And they come out with the same energy every night. And they got away from us, I think at 8 at half, and then had a couple of things happen that, I thought could have gone our way a little bit better, and it seemed to go their way. And they did a little run, got up to 20-some, then we fought back. So we just got to be a little bit better, fellas. And like I said, there's going to be some stops and starts in this season. So we had a little stop, but we'll regather ourselves. We'll go on the road down to Old Dominion and then back to James Madison. Tough road trip. That's a rival going into the team that was picked to win it. So got our work cut out for us. It's a long season, but all of us, James Madison, ODU, anybody, is playing for that tournament championship to get in the NCAA. So it's a long way to go.
It thought really good effort out of Crawford tonight. Seemed like he played more within that system, like you're.
Yeah, he played much more into himself, and I never doubted, and I've always told him, you're a good athlete, but you're not playing good, and you're not getting on the floor until you start playing good. And he's one of our most gifted players, but you gotta play within the system. And you know what? I don't know why I did it this time. I just had a hunch that he was ready. I listened to him in practice. And, sometimes you have to sit there and look and realize what you're going to lose if you don't want to do it a certain way. And he came back in, gave us a great effort. He's got to make those last 2 free throws. Those were big. He's got to step up and make it. There's no feeling sorry for him. I told one of my assistant coaches, don't feel sorry for him. He's got to step up and make those things. You don't go over and say, it's okay. No, it's not. You got to make them. And that's kind of who I am as a coach. I'm not one of these that put my arm around it and hug you, When you're playing, by gosh, step up. Now, that doesn't mean I admonish him or, get personal. I don't do that. But I want him to know that's not acceptable. He's got to step up and make them.
When you look at what they were able to do offensively, I know there's a lot of the same shots that they were taking against James Madison, but were they taking advantage of any looks you were giving defense?
Well, everybody wants to keep thinking that, the mismatch. I know that's where probably you're going, but no. In fact, most of the time they drove it down in there deep, and they got our big on him. That should be an advantage for us. Once it gets down there, he didn't blow by him. And now they're deep. We got to do a better job. Our bigs got to do a better job. They'll go right over our guards. That'd be real easy. So our bigs have got to do a better job of maintaining it. And what they do, they get down there and they start playing little. In other words, he starts pivoting, and they stay down with him instead of just stand up, put your arms up, and put your body on him. And then there's nowhere to go. So we'll work on that, try to get a little bit better. But those guys, that's what they do. They have those 2 guards that get down in there deep, plus 45, I think his number. Gets down in there deep, and then they start spinning around and they put it up. They do it on everybody. Now, you can say, well, you got to keep him out of there. But that's not the guy guarding the ball. That's the guy squeezing it off the side so that he can't get down in there, which are our guards. And they got to do a better job of helping, cutting the first drive off so they have to pass it before they even get down there. Now, once they're down there, our bigs have got to understand. Once they stop, you stop and you get up and you put your body on them like that and you hold your arms up, and then you got the advantage. You don't have the advantage if you start getting down trying to turn around and wiggle around like they are. That's their advantage. So, we'll get better. And I still like what we're doing. I thought the second half, I don't know what let's see what they do. 52 and 40 is still way too high. But they're a good offensive team. They have been all season. They got some talented kids with big bodies. So, it is what it is. We lost one. We're 4-1, and going, like I said, down to a rival and Old Dominion and coming back with another hard one. But regardless, this is a step. Every game is a step of getting better because the prize for all of us, I don't care whether it's James Madison, whether it be Appalachian State, the prize is going to be at the end of the year. And we got to get where we get down in there at the end of the year and ready for that tournament and do something. Now, we're still in the regular season 4-1. You know, only Troy's ahead of us, and they played 4 home games. So we'll see. You know, it's a long season, and heck, it's fun. I told our players, if you don't enjoy playing like this, you don't enjoy basketball. So you better enjoy coming out and playing this hard to play a game. And it's not about, oh, we're going to win, or it's not about winning or losing. It's about playing hard and being as good as you can be in a moment. And I think our kids did that. They gave us their best shot, but we just a little bit slow to the party. We got to make sure we don't let them run out on us at the beginning of the second half and the beginning of the game.
Haven't been in many of those back and forth shootout type of games. Do you notice a difference in intensity from you guys from, you know, a defensive game versus an offensive game?
Not really. I know like a lot of people say, well, they're setting the pace one way and now you got the pace the next way. It's a different game, but we're built to do either one. And so, and the way we play, you can do either one. Our offense works against a slower game or a fast game. Doesn't matter. This team's got some, they're much, much better than their record. I don't know what happened to them or why they were 8-8, and I think they're 8-8. Now they're 9-8, but they had lost 4 in a row. So somewhere along the line they were 8-4, and they're not a bad ball club, and they just kind of lost it for a little bit. And it could be, now Richie does a good job coaching, and could be when you have all portal kind of kids, it takes them a while, and so sometimes they get a little off the path a little quicker than guys that have been there for a while.
Have you had a team this versatile before? Can play slow, can play fast, can spread out?
Our team here, my team, Marshall. Well, I thought John Elmore, we used to beat Old Dominion. It was in the 60s. We'd come back out and play one here and be in the 90s. I think every one of our teams were like Tavion's team, won 24-8, did the same thing. Sometimes they'd get 90 points, the next time they'd win 70 points. So, no, I don't see the difference. You just play the game. Whatever's presented, you play it.